Hello, I'm Ibrahim. I'm the VP of WSU VITA, and this is the virtual VITA plan to explain the entire process from start to finish. So Habo has sent an email to all volunteers talking about how to be eligible to actually volunteer. And so you have to sign an acknowledgement and show your photo identification, and just check that email and it'll have the steps.
Okay, so yeah, there's three parts here. There's the confidentiality requirement that all taxpayer information is confidential. There's the scope that says that you're qualified to do this within your certification level, and you have the photo you've provided the photo identification as an email attachment.
Okay, the first part of the process is the appointment scheduling. The VITA president will assign a screener using the provided availability and email the screener and taxpayer in one email. Then the email will ask the screener to contact the taxpayer, and the email will also ask the taxpayer to visit our website to view and read publication 4836 and 4053 in advance of meeting with a volunteer.
Okay, yeah.
The second part is the taxpayer consent process. The screener will ask the taxpayer to download a partially complete form 14446 and complete and sign it. The taxpayer will email a picture of the completed form and sign it and send it to the screener's email address. 3, the authentication process. Upon receipt of the completed and signed form, the screener will arrange a video chat with the taxpayer. The screener will confirm the taxpayer identity by comparing the taxpayer's face with photo identification held by the taxpayer to the camera. The taxpayer will do the same, and some of the government-issued identification you can use is driver license, passport, or state-issued identification card. The screener will then send the taxpayer a blank form 13614C. The screener will ask the taxpayer to complete and digitally transmit the completed form 13614C and his or her other tax documents to the screener. The screener will be available to assist the taxpayer with completing the form, and the screener will upload all taxpayer documents to the TaxSlayer confidential site and immediately destroy the documents on their device. And all documents are automatically deleted after 14 days on the repository. Okay, this is just a video to explain how to upload the documents.
That's it right there, right?
Yeah. Okay, next is the interview process. Upon review of the completed form 13614C and the interview, the screener must ascertain whether the return is within scope, and we have this document here to help you with what's in scope, and it also has to be within the scope of the qualification level of the preparer.
That includes the certification levels over here. So the certification levels of the preparer are shown over here on that same form.
Yeah, okay. And if the return is out of scope for VITA, the return will be canceled and the taxpayer's documents will be destroyed. And if it's out of scope of the screener's certification level, the return coordinator will get another preparer that can do it. And if it fits, if it's within scope, the screener will become the preparer. Next is the tax return preparation. The preparer relies on the completed form 13614C to prepare the return using the information provided by the taxpayer. And the preparer can contact the taxpayer if they need any additional information. And upon completion, the preparer will mark the return on the TaxSlayer as ready for review and contact the return coordinator to inform him or her that the return is complete and available for review on TaxSlayer.
Yeah, so there's a video there. You can click on that link. We're not going to click on that link right here, but it'll tell you how to mark a return as ready for review.
Next is the quality review process. The return coordinator will select a qualified reviewer who is not the preparer. The return coordinator will video chat with the reviewer to visually confirm his or her identity by comparing with the government issued identification, and the reviewer will review the return form 13614C and supporting documents on tax layer. If corrections are needed, they will note the needed changes and send it back to the preparer, and the preparer can, or the reviewer can make corrections as well. The reviewer will then contact the return coordinator by email to inform them that the return is complete and ready to file. Next is the final processing. The return coordinator will send the completed return to the preparer, and the preparer will contact the taxpayer and arrange a video chat, and the preparer will transmit the return to the taxpayer and review the return with the taxpayer. Next is the signing the return process. If the return looks okay to the taxpayer, the preparer will ask the taxpayer to sign Form 8879 and email it to the preparer. They will then upload the completed Form 8879 to the tax layer confidential repository, and they will then email the return coordinator that the return is complete and ready to file. Next is the transmitting of the return to the IRS. Upon receipt of the completed and signed Form 8879 from the taxpayer and notification from the preparer that the taxpayer approves the return, the return coordinator will contact the taxpayer to obtain the taxpayer's bank account information if they choose to electronic deposit of the refund. The return coordinator will then transmit the return to the IRS using tax layer. If a rejection occurs, the return coordinator will contact the taxpayer, and it'll be needed to be filed by mail. Okay, just to end, just make sure to delete all forms off of your computer when you're done.
We because we're doing this all virtual, we do not handle the original documents, so you don't have to worry about getting them back to we just have images of the original documents. Thank you, Ibrahim. You did a great job.